Hey Virgo, welcome to your weekly forecast for June 28th through July 4th. This is for Virgo Sun, Moon, and Rising. We're going to connect here and see what's coming up for the Virgo collective. If you happen to stumble upon this video outside of the dates I mentioned, don't you worry, you found it when you were meant to find it. This is a general reading. Not every single message will resonate, but take the ones that do and leave the rest. Alrighty. Let's see what's going on for the Virgo collective. Virgo Sun, Moon, and Rising. What is happening in the week ahead for Virgo Sun, Moon, and Rising? The cards are a little bit stuck here. They're getting stuck, and then they're going very smooth, and they're getting a little bit stuck, and they're going very smooth. So I feel like you guys are having a hard time making a decision, or you're going back and forth. I'm going to do this. No, I'm going to do that. No, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. We're going to see what the cards have to say. Typically for me, when the cards get stuck when I'm shuffling, there's some kind of like having a hard time deciding on something. But the first card coming up here is the Tower. Holy moly. Alright, right out the gate. So if you are having a hard time making a decision, that decision might be made for you. Now, I need to say something about the Tower because sometimes the comment section erupts into absolute rage when Tower card comes up in videos. And I will say this, those of you that watch my videos, you know that typically I don't pull clarifiers for the cards. I keep the weekly reading short and sweet. I'll pull clarifiers and stuff in private readings, but I try to keep things short and sweet in the weekly forecasts. But I will pull clarifiers for the Tower because I know that there's people, they get really nervous about it. And I will tell you this, it is a major arcana card, okay? So anytime the major arcana cards are coming up, they're coming up because it's a pivotal, defining moment in our life. We're coming into a new chapter. We're coming into a phase, into a new cycle. And our angels and guides are with us through these kinds of transitions. Now, I know people don't like the Tower, but when it comes in, it can come in a few different ways. It could be an awakening, an epiphany, where all of a sudden your eyes are opened and you're seeing the truth about people and situations, and you can't unsee what you've seen. It could be a paradigm shift and an awakening. It doesn't necessarily have to be something catastrophic occurring. However, sometimes, as we know in the traditional sense, Tower is associated with something being upset, something being, removed from our life, a person or a situation. And this happens because Spirit wants to keep us on track and keep us on course. It's not a punishment. It's not being done to torment you or to torture you, but to keep you headed in the right direction and to help you stay within that divine timing. It's not about punishment. I cannot stress that enough. I want to pull clarifiers here. We're going to go a little bit deeper. Why is the Tower card here for Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising? Please show us clarifier 2. Please show us clarifier 3. Alrighty, my dear. So, for clarifier 1, we have the Justice card, another major arcana card. Some of you could be dealing with a Libra or having a Libra placement. I'm sorry, it just something kind of came to me on a personal level. Some of you might be dealing with a Libra or having a Libra placement, okay? And so it could be that this area of your life, if you have a Libra placement, this could be the area of your life in which you're experiencing the Tower moment. We're going to tie in the clarifiers though. Oh, Gemini. There could be Gemini in the mix or Gemini placement. Lovers. And the Four of Pentacles. Okay. Now, Justice card is about contracts. It's about balancing our heart and our mind, making fair decisions. Lover's card can be about romance and relationships, right? I know a lot of people are excited to see the Lover's card, especially when it comes to watching tarot for love readings. In my readings, in the weekly forecasts, I focus on everything other than love. I focus in the weekly readings on you and your energy. Not on romance, not on other people, but on you. If you want a love reading, those are linked in the description. I do the love reading separate. However, I am going to say this, Virgo. Some of you have something getting shaken up in your love life, okay? And having to make a choice or a decision. And you're being very cautious about it. You don't want to let this person in. I feel the Four of Pentacles is you. Maybe it's not a person. Maybe for some of you it's an opportunity. But the fact that the Lover's card is here, I feel like Spirit is nudging and saying this is a person that has a romantic interest. This is someone who's stepping to you. And you might be in this Four of Pentacles where you're like, nope, nope, not gonna do it. I'm busy, I'm going in this direction. But the Justice card tells me this person is coming in on a fair level, on an ethical level. Like, they're not coming in with deception. They're not going to try to deceive you or take advantage. This is a fair person, and I feel like they're making you an offer. And if you don't express interest in them romantically, I feel like they're making you an offer in terms of like friendship or working together or doing business together. The fact that we have so many major arcana cards coming in back to back tell us that this week, this situation or this person, this is something you're contracted to experience. There's going to be people involved here that you have a strong past life connection with. There's a contract and an agreement that you were going to meet in this lifetime for a specific reason. Okay? And this here is going to be about contracts and agreements that are taking you out of your comfort zone. You're being forced to make decisions that you've been delaying or putting off. And Spirit is saying, now's the time to decide. Now's the time to decide. Lover's card is also like weighing the options. Like, what do we want? What are we willing to give up to get it? Or choosing between two options. Traditionally, when the tarot was first put together and introduced to the public, the sixth major arcana was not called the Lovers. It didn't become called the Lovers until much later. Some decks called it the Sacrifice. Some decks called it the Choice or the Decision, because it's about getting what you want, but in that process, you're having to choose it over something else. What do you want more? What do you want more? I feel that for some of you, the person coming in is opening your eyes. I think this person lives their life in a very different kind of way, or this opportunity that's coming in for you is very different from like your skill set or your experiences. It might even feel like it's falling from the sky out of nowhere, and you're like, well, I've never thought about that. But that's the whole point. Something is happening here and expanding your consciousness and seeing the universe and seeing the world and seeing people in a different way. And some of you may be, like I said, I'm not going to focus on love and romance in the weekly forecast, but it's here in the cards. Some of you have sworn off love, but I feel somebody is coming in, and because of that past life connection, because of the contract, something about this makes me feel like they're not taking no for an answer. They're going to be respectful. They're not going to be creepy. They're not going to be stalkerish. They're not going to violate your boundaries. But this is someone who's going to find a way to keep in contact with you without scaring you off. And they're going to be persistent. Okay? Like, I'm even hearing in my mind the Paul McCartney song, I got my mind set on you, but it's going to take time, a whole lot of precious time. It's going to take money, a whole lot of precious money to do it right. Or George Harrison. Was it Paul McCartney or George Harrison? But some of you may have heard that song. I'm hearing that song. I got my mind set on you. So, oh gosh. I mean, there could be an element of business here because of the Four of Pentacles and the Justice card. Maybe for some of you it is coming in as like a somebody wanting to do business with you or offering you a contract, and they may be like checking in from time to time or trying to find a way to sweeten the pot. But I feel you're hesitant. You're hesitant, but this is coming in to pull you out of your comfort zone. Your next card here is the Five of Wands, and this is competition. This can be inner conflict or inner struggle. You want this, but you're scared. You want this, but you don't want this. You want this, but how is this going to affect this? How is it going to affect that? You're a little bit torn here between the heart and the mind. Libra, the Justice card is like we're able to balance the heart and the mind, and we're able to listen to the heart, but to listen to the heart in a logical, cautious, prepared way, right? Five of Wands in terms of business, in terms of self-employment, can be like you're in the game, you've made a name for yourself. Other co-workers or colleagues or other businesses might be seeing you as competition, like, oh, look out for Virgo. Virgo's getting attention. Virgo's getting projects. Virgo's getting offers. Virgo's getting clients. Virgo's making sales. So you're kind of rising up and you're being seen or making a name for yourself. So in terms of career or business, it's actually a positive thing. Some of you might be offered a promotion out of nowhere, and it might be creating tension or conflict around the people around you, like, because they're jealous or they're envious. Don't get pulled into that. Don't take it as like, well, they're not happy for me, so they must think that I'm not good enough to do it, and then maybe they're right, and maybe I'm not good enough to do it. Maybe they gave it to the wrong person. Don't fall into that false limited thinking. Okay? They're not upset because you're not the right person for the job. They're upset because they wanted it, right? It's jealousy, it's envy. Don't take it as, oh, well, then they don't believe in me. Okay? The next card coming up here for Virgo is the Queen of Wands. Okay? And the Queen of Wands is very, very, very confident energy. And sometimes the Queen of Wands for me comes up when someone is super fed up. They're super fed up. Traditionally, obviously, the Queen of Wands can indicate a feminine fire sign person, a Leo, a Sagittarius, or an Aries. And some of you may be dealing with a fire sign person, or some of you may have a fire sign placement that's, coming in full effect here. But for me, in the weekly forecasts, with the intention I'm setting, this is more like the energy that you're stepping into. And the Queen of Wands is funny, very, very physically attractive, or very, I'm not allowed to say the word. I think I've gotten in trouble before, but it rhymes with Lexi. And starts with an S. She has a great sense of humor. She's the life of the party. She's very ambitious. She's very independent, very creative, really great at coming up with solutions, and has like a strong entrepreneur or success and career kind of vibe. And a lot of the times she comes up in my readings when somebody is tired or fed up of being pushed in the corner, right? Like, you try to speak up, you try to say what you want, but you might have people appeasing you or trying to pacify you, and you're like, it's not enough, it's not enough. Queen of Wands gets tired of it, and she gets to the point where she's like, I know what I have to offer. I know what I bring to the table. There's no reason why I shouldn't have what I want, right? I should be fairly compensated, or I know what I'm capable of accomplishing, right? And so she gets really fed up, and she just takes off. And she uses her anger as fuel for the fire, right? As energy that propels her forward. And because she's angry, she ends up accomplishing her goals in a very short period of time, very quickly. Things happen very quickly, right? So she's gonna create that opportunity or land that next position very, very quickly. Okay, so maybe for some of you there's a promotion situation, and maybe you're feeling a little bit blindsided, like it went to somebody else, and they're telling you, okay, well, we're going to give you this, or we're going to give you that, or we're going to offer you this, or you're like, you know what, I'm so fed up, I'm so upset, and so you're putting in for something else, and then all of a sudden you're getting an offer, and you're like, oh my gosh, this is too good to be true. Can I really do this? I want it, but I'm scared to accept it. But Queen of Wands is you made that statement to the universe, hey, I know my worth. I know what I bring to the table. I'm tired of settling, right? I want more. So it's coming in very quickly. Your next card here, Virgo, is the Temperance card, right? And so with all of this fast moving energy, temperance can indicate patience, right? Patience, divine timing, however we see things are moving forward here. And we have the Tower card here. And what did I tell you? The Tower cards happen to keep us in alignment with divine timing. The Temperance card is here confirming that this is happening because it's time for it to happen. This is happening in accordance with divine timing. This is happening to pull you onto your path. Okay? There's a calling here. You're being called. And so you're going in this new direction. Okay? For some of you, it can involve a romantic relationship. And for some of you, it's going to be through by way of career. I do feel whatever this offer is, it's really, really, really different from anything you were expecting. But that's exactly what is meant to happen right now. This is a part of the new experience, the awakening, the expanding of your consciousness. Now, you may want to check out your moon sign and rising sign videos. Some weeks those may resonate for you more than your sun sign. You may need a private reading, which I'm more than happy to do for you. If you go to calendly.com/amethystangelite, you can schedule a private reading with me there. I thank you all for watching, liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing. Bye, Virgo. Take care, my dears.